That's a little background on Ashley and I. And so, Ashley, let's just hop into it. And I want to ask you, are you good, sis?
I can say today, yes. But if you had asked me that question like literally 10 days ago, I would have been like, nah. Um, I definitely was burned out, and this is year 4 of entrepreneurship, and I really have focused on like not getting to that point. But COVID-19 and social justice just ended up, social justice issues just ended up
Yeah.
taking me there. You don't life is 24/7. My work in digital marketing can very easily be 24/7.
Yeah.
So that's nothing. Now you add the fact that people are at home in front of their screens and trying to figure out how to do things, and like you want
Yeah.
help because like it's like, oh, now is this my moment for my company?
Yeah.
And then you pair social injustices, and it's like you don't want to unplug because then you're not in it, you're not in the movement, you're not about that life. So yeah, I definitely burned myself out. I didn't take any breaks from like the moment the stay home orders were in place. And I think also just realizing like I'm definitely an extroverted introvert. I'd been working from home before COVID, but
Yeah.
I need those weekends and happy hours and moments where I stop myself from working, number one, and just to let loose. Like I do like being out and being social. And then I think also another, just like, and I'm sure we'll get into this later in the other questions, but like I've always considered myself a leader. But being, I think, this age and having this much control or being looked to so closely as a leader hit real different when it came to social injustices. Like all I could think about was like all those memes that were like, we not our grandma's generation, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, now you your grandma. Now what? What you
Now
gonna
what?
say? What you gonna do? How you gonna lead? People are looking at you. And it was like, that was so heavy. And it was like, I refused to punk out or like back down, but like it was a lot. It still is a lot. I think I have it a little more of a grasp once I just accepted like either you're gonna be a leader or you're not. Like there's no like going back and forth. So I would say about 2 weeks ago I went to Atlanta, which was also anxiety ridden because they're surging right now. But like Atlanta is where I went to school, where I went to Spelman. My closest friends are there, and if I was in it's 5 hours from Memphis. Like if there was a place to like recharge, that was it. So it was really great. Last week, which is like unprecedented in entrepreneur world, I literally took 7 days off. Like sent all clients.
I tried not to communicate. It was hard. I tried not to.
Sent all clients that email like, hey, if there's anything you need, Friday's gonna be the last day. Like all my team, I had to work ahead with them. And then I'll get into it. But then my full-time gig also like taking off there. But I really did it. I really took off. I mean, I took some calls and stuff, but it was really beneficial. And I feel really recharged to go into this last quarter of the year. Everybody started posting that in what was that, June? And I was like, fam, I'm not ready for the next quarter yet. I wasn't feeling like everybody was like, oh, here we go here. And I was like, I don't really feel that right now. But I do now. Picked up some new clients, so it's just like full force ahead. Again, being with my friends and just like talking with really like-minded people. We didn't go out, it was just being there, making drinks, doing stuff at home, reminiscing, planning for the future. And then I got my little makeover. I got my hair cut.
Okay.
And I got some little nails. And I almost didn't do that either.
Why?
Because I'm on this whole like self-care. I'll get into that in like my routine and stuff. Because like I'm trying to lose weight, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till I get to this. And I hadn't hit like my big milestones yet. But I did it, and it still took like maybe 24 hours before I even was like, okay, sis, you needed that. Like this little click like on this desk with these nails, it's giving like,
it does something that like that. It does.
Give you some I said, let me take some little. I got content to post now, you know. So yeah, I'm good, sis. I'm good.
Well, I'm glad to hear. So I'm glad to hear. It reminds me of one of our posts today about like where's your next adventure going to be, you know, or what adventure y'all go look at it. Just go look at the last post and comment on it. So I've been thinking about adventures too, and and not in this where we're at now, to me, like every day is an adventure. So when I say adventure, I'm not talking about like a, you know, a wild vacation, but that'd be cool too. That'd be cool too. But just like unwinding and resetting. And I'm glad, saying all that to say, I'm glad that you got all that in one and what you needed. And so this is what this show's about. This is what our brand is about, is making sure that you are accomplishing your self-care